Have you guys heard of Jeffrey Jackson? His comment on the Australian Royal Commission? No? Was that a no? I'll tell you what he said. He said that he's not so presumptuous to believe that you guys have the truth. You'll only have about 80,000 people looking at your video. The Australian Royal Commission said that they found your organization to be a cruel organization and a captive one. This is Australia. You guys know all about Russia, but Australia also are researching you guys. And not only Australia, but the UK. The UK are also investigating the Jehovah's Witnesses. And once you guys are fully investigated, I'm sure they will come to the same conclusion, that the Jehovah's Witnesses have a very captive organization. You know, once you get baptized, they'd say, oh yeah, you can leave if you want. But if you dare leave this organization, this wicked organization, then you have to face the shunning, like I am being shunned. Yep, and I left because I was sexually molested by an elder, mind you. Sexually molested by an elder, and so I left. But it doesn't matter what reason you have for leaving, they will still shun you. Why are you hiding? Are you ashamed of being a Jehovah's Witness? I don't understand. When I'm done, I can give you. When I'm done, I'll give you for you to give. So this organization is very, very wicked. It's a cruel organization. One that I wasted 35 years of my life in. Served at their headquarters. For what? For nothing. Because when this organization is done with you, they're done with you. Because the love that you guys preach, that you show, has a light switch. That means you can turn it off and on, right? Because if your buddy here was to leave, you would shun her right away. No questions asked. You wouldn't want to know why she left. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Excellent.
Good.
But I'm not going anywhere. I'm just finishing up preaching to these two, since you kind of already know my story.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to shoo them off, which is cool because I have all these video clips of you guys stepping in and the sisters leaving. So it's your call.
It doesn't really matter. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, I was sexually molested by an elder who is still an active Jehovah's Witness, mind you. An active one of your brother. He molested me for years. For years. And now as a grown-ass adult, I decide to leave the watchtower. And because there is no honorable way to leave, I'm being shunned. How do you feel about that? You see, the Australian Royal Commission found that little bit of truth about your religion. They found out that there's no honorable way to leave. And that's why they said that your organization is a captive one and a cruel one.
Okay.
And
hey, why don't we discuss this over here since you seem
no,
to have...
no.
Yeah.
Buddy, you know I'm an activist and I know what you guys do. I'm not going to move away from the sisters. You can have them leave.
What's the purpose of this then?
The purpose is for you to step aside if you don't want to have a conversation with me, or you can leave, but I'm exercising my freedom of speech in a public space.
What about respecting their freedom? How are you expecting their freedom?
You know what? I talk to so many cops because you guys would call them on me. I won't waste my battery on this conversation, but you're free to call them if you like. It's up to you.
Well, there's no need for us to call police officers.
I just don't want to rehash my explanation each time to you guys. I'm wasting my battery.
But why are you? But what's the purpose? Like I said, why are you respecting?
Well, you can listen. You can listen if you want to listen.
Well, we've all listened before, you know what I mean?
No, not them. You have. And even though I've told you about the Australian Royal Commission and what happened, I bet you haven't even looked into it. If I were to ask you a couple of questions about it, you would still be dumbfounded, right?
No. That I actually have. Like I said, I could explain that to you or whatever if you like. But like I said, there's no purpose in
Maybe not for you. There's a purpose for me. I mean, the same purpose that you guys have this card here, which is to try to draw people to Jehovah, right? And then eventually your organization. My purpose is to educate people like them who are not allowed to see behind the curtain of the watchtower. Okay?
But people are free to either pass us or not. We don't attract
I'm
them
not
to
just
us.
anyone. As you know, I was born and raised into this. So I'm not just anyone just casually walking past.
Okay.
I have a bone to pick specifically with this religion that I was born in and that my parents are a part of and are shunning me and my daughter.
Well, I mean, the sources you can write to or where you can get in touch with, but I don't really know what you seek outside of trying to bring others down. I don't really know what you're trying
Yeah, I'm
to
trying to
seek.
bring the watchtower down in my
Okay.
own way. Sure.
Okay.
That's the bottom line.
Okay.
In fact, my channel is Down with the Tower, ex-Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So it doesn't get much clearer than that.
But
That's my goal. That's my purpose, and that's my aim.
okay. But unless you have something,
and in
unless you have
case
something
you haven't-
encouraging, you're trying to,
Oh, no,
to
no,
bring
no,
out
no.
or offer.
I have
in
nothing
general.
encouraging about this cult.
I mean, in general, you have something good to say, Otherwise,
It's a beautiful day. That's all I'm going to say.
That is true. I can agree with you on that for sure.
Right.
But
So
like I
why
said-
would you support this organization, man? There's so many information being exposed now. It's all over the internet. I know you guys are like reluctant to believe stuff on the internet, but if you're unlike, if you're like me,
Yeah.
and you actually go to the source to verify these things, why would you continue to support an organization like this? Right?
You can choose what you want to believe as far as
No. I don't even believe the Bible. So don't tell me about what I choose to believe. I'm
Okay.
talking about how sinister this organization is. They hide pedophiles from the authority because of their 2-witness rule, the no blood policy, and I know you guys can talk about fractions and alternatives all you want. If you're born in another country like me, you know that those things are not available except blood. So those Jehovah's Witnesses are not privileged to that, and there they go. We have her in quite a few videos, as well as you.
Okay.
So you know fully well that America, you can get those alternatives, but if you happen to be born in Central America, South America, whatever, you don't have the luxury in the hospitals for blood alternatives. So if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you die because the only thing available is blood in an emergency. Do you understand? Therefore, every year, thousands of Jehovah's Witnesses, kids, adults, you name it, are dying because of the no blood policy, right?
Okay.
And you guys are so hard-headed, you stick to the fact that the Bible says in the Old and New Testament not to eat blood, right? But you guys totally negate the fact that any law that the Bible speaks of, and I can speak about the Bible with authority, 35 years in, I know a little bit about the Bible. So every law that Jehovah have in the Bible, you will find exceptions. Whether it's not working on the Sabbath day, right? If one of your animal were to fall into a pit, what does the Bible say? You rescue that animal on the Sabbath day. That was an exception. In terms of rape, you guys have that 2-witness rule. The exception to that was if there was a female in the field and they screamed, people knew that that there would not be a 2-witness for that. So there would be an exception. Okay? But when it comes to life and death matters, issues, you guys are hard and fast with the blood issue. And over the decades, thousands of people have died.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, you have your opinion.
You have over 50,000 views already. She was here yesterday.
Okay.
You guys are a big hit. And this is awesome. You know why? Because when you guys have an interesting person,
It's many who hate us,
and
I'm fully aware of that.
yeah,
and,
but see, people like me make it even harder nowadays, right? We make. That's very rude, Jehovah's Witness. Okay, man. Maybe I can have a book here. Maybe I can have this one. All right, he had to go take a phone call and stepped away from his cart. As you can see. Let's enjoy the view while we wait and see if this guy will come back. Alright, let me just cut off here because my battery will probably die again.